A meteorite crash has been spotted in Texas. Several witnesses near the flight path reported hearing a delayed sonic boom, indicating that small portions of the object may have survived on the ground. A bright fireball was seen in the skies over the state of Texas in the United States, about 3:24. The American Meteor Society received 219 reports from eyewitnesses within the next few hours of the passage. It's a meteor if it didn't hit the ground. If it hit the ground, it's a meteor. We don't know if it hit the ground or not, so we don't know if it's a meteor or a meteor. But we can tell that it's definitely a fireball. The initial computer-generated trajectory shows that this fireball entered the atmosphere over Cistern, Texas, and ended its flight just a few miles west of Austin. It rains only 3 to 4 times a year in Oman, and the old-timers remember years when it didn't rain for 4 years in a row. But now everything has changed, and naturally with the climate change, it rained, not just rain, but a real tropical downpour, in some places with large hail, which should not be in the Omani desert. There is no storm drainage system in Oman, and the stony ground totally refuses to absorb the water, so the desert literally in half an hour turns into full-flowing rivers, which can drag even cars and destroy the stone buildings of the inhabitants of Oman. Streams of water gushed into the parched riverbed. It felt as if someone had opened the floodgates of a dam, or that someone had opened a huge crane somewhere in the mountains. Very quickly the roads and towns filled with water in the desert of Oman. Many people watched with interest what was happening. Rushing rivers are very rare here, but in the last 3 years they have become very frequent. Record-breaking heatwave hits the USA. A heat wave has gripped territories from New York to Las Vegas this week. The thermometers soared above 38 degrees and about 100 million Americans are at risk. According to the National Weather Service, temperatures in New York are expected to rise to plus 37 degrees Celsius. Temperatures are also predicted to break daily records in Texas, Louisiana, and Arkansas. In Dallas, Texas, temperatures are expected to rise to plus 44 degrees Celsius, and locals are being warned about the strain on the power grid during the peak heat wave. People are also reminded to drink plenty of water. Experts note that the strong heat wave is caused by climate change. The heat wave in the USA follows this week's heat wave in Europe, which has caused wildfires and set record temperatures. Forest fires burn coastal homes and forests in Greece. A heat wave in Europe has spread eastward, causing an outbreak of wildfires in Greece. On Sunday, wildfires raged on the island of Lesbos, in the western Peloponnese and in northern Greece. Flames that began a march through mountain forests on the island of Lesbos on Saturday destroyed property at the seaside resort of Vatira. Authorities were forced to evacuate the 2 nearby villages of Vrisa and Stavros. 1 firefighter was injured. A new wildfire threatened homes in Crestine in the west of the Peloponnese, where the village of Grillos was evacuated. There are reports of damaged homes. In the north of the country, a forest fire, now in its 4th day, continues to ravage the forest near Dadia, the natural habitat of the black vultures. Temperatures have reached the 40-degree mark in some parts of Greece. Meteorologists predict that the heat wave in Europe will continue this week. An earthquake of magnitude 5.9 occurred in the eastern part of Myanmar, reports the USA Geological Survey. Underground tremors were registered at 23:37 Greenwich Mean Time. The epicenter of the seismic event was located about 53 kilometers south of Kangtung. The hypocenter of the disaster was located at a depth of about 10 kilometers. Strong shocks have been felt in some regions of eastern Myanmar near the epicenter. Light to moderate tremors were felt in parts of far northern Thailand, far northwestern Laos and far southern China. There were no initial reports of damage or casualties from the earthquake. In the United States, a wildfire rages in Mariposa County, which has already become one of the largest such disasters in California this year. It is not yet known what caused the fire. The governor of the state has declared a state of emergency in Mariposa County. By now thousands of people have been evacuated and more than 2,000 homes and businesses have been disconnected from power. According to the governor of the state, more than 400 firefighters along with helicopters, planes and bulldozers are extinguishing the massive fire. Weather conditions have hampered this effort. California is currently experiencing hot weather, low humidity and dry vegetation. This is a consequence of the worst drought in decades. According to experts, the low humidity combined with the heat creates a good basis for the fire to spread.